Comprehensive Guide to IELTS Speaking section with sample responses. The IELTS speaking test is designed to assess how well you can communicate in English in a real-life situation. It evaluates your fluency, coherence, pronunciation, lexical resource, vocabulary, and grammatical accuracy. However, many students mistakenly believe that they need to use overly complex grammar and sophisticated vocabulary to get a high score. While grammar and vocabulary are important, the most crucial factor is how accurately and convincingly you answer the question. How to answer the speaking questions effectively. To score high on the IELTS speaking test, you need to follow these key principles. 1. Answer the question directly. Many candidates try to impress the examiner by using complex structures but fail to answer the question properly. Always focus on understanding the question first before thinking about vocabulary or grammar. 2. Be clear and convincing. The test is about communication, so your answers should be easy to understand. Give logical, well-structured responses with clear reasoning and relevant examples. 3. Use a mix of simple and complex sentences naturally. Don't force difficult grammatical structures into your answers. Use a mix of simple and complex sentences only when necessary and naturally. 4. Speak fluently and coherently. Avoid long pauses and hesitations. If you need a moment to think, use fillers like, "That's an interesting question. Let me think about that for a moment. Well, I guess I would say." 5. Expand on your answers without going off topic. Don't give one-word or short answers. Develop your response with a direct answer, explanation or reason, a relevant example or personal experience. IELTS speaking test sample. Now, let's move to a full IELTS speaking test sample with ideal responses based on these principles. Part 1. Introduction and interview for 5 minutes. This section includes general questions about yourself, your life, and common topics. Topic: hobbies. Question: do you have any hobbies? Answer: yes, I do. I enjoy reading, especially fiction novels, because they allow me to escape reality and experience different perspectives. I also like photography, as it helps me capture beautiful moments and express creativity. Both activities are relaxing and give me a sense of accomplishment. Question: how did you become interested in this hobby? Answer: I developed an interest in reading when I was a child. My parents used to buy me storybooks, and I became fascinated with different characters and plots. As for photography, I started taking pictures during family trips, and over time I realized I had a passion for capturing nature and everyday moments. Question: do you think hobbies are important? Why? Answer: absolutely. Hobbies allow people to take a break from their daily routine and reduce stress. They also help in personal growth by developing new skills and interests. For example, learning to play a musical instrument can improve discipline and patience. Analysis of Part 1 responses. Direct and clear, the answers directly respond to the questions. Expanded with reasons and examples, each response includes an explanation and example. Natural language, no forced complex vocabulary or grammar. Part 2. Long-term cue card. This section requires you to speak for 2 minutes about a given topic. You have 1 minute to prepare. Cue card topic. Describe a time when you had to do something difficult. You should say what it was, why it was difficult, how you handled it, and explain how you felt about it. Sample response. One of the most difficult things I have ever done was preparing for my university entrance exam. It was a highly competitive test, and I needed to get a high score to be admitted to my desired university. The difficulty came from the fact that there was a vast amount of material to cover, and I only had a few months to prepare while still attending my regular school classes. I had to manage my time very carefully and stay disciplined, which was a real challenge for me. Another reason it was difficult was the pressure I felt. My family and teachers had high expectations, and I also didn't want to disappoint myself. There were times when I felt overwhelmed because I was studying long hours, and sometimes I doubted whether I would succeed. Some of my friends were also preparing for the exam, and seeing them struggle made me even more nervous. However, I knew I couldn't let fear take over, so I came up with a strategy to make studying more manageable. The first thing I did was create a strict study schedule. I divided my subjects into smaller sections and assigned time slots for each. I also used different study techniques, such as summarizing key concepts, practicing past papers, and even explaining topics to my friends. In addition, I took short breaks to keep my mind fresh and maintain my focus. Another thing that helped me was exercising. Even though I was busy, I made time to go for short walks or do quick workouts to relieve stress. In the end, my hard work paid off. I did well on the exam and got accepted into my dream university. Looking back, I realized that although it was a tough experience, it helped me develop important skills like time management, perseverance, and self-discipline. It also taught me that challenges, no matter how difficult they seem, can be overcome with the right mindset and approach. So, even though it was one of the hardest things I've done, I now see it as one of the most valuable experiences in my life. Analysis of the response. Structured and logical, the response follows the cue card points in order. Detailed and expanded, each point is explained with examples, making the answer longer and more engaging. Personal and authentic, the response sounds natural and relatable, not memorized. Fluent and coherent, the ideas flow smoothly without hesitation. Balanced grammar and vocabulary, a mix of simple and complex structures. But nothing is forced or unnatural. This is how a full 2-minute response should sound in the IELTS speaking test. It directly answers the question, stays relevant, and provides details and examples to keep the conversation engaging. Part 3, discussion for 5 minutes. This section involves deeper discussion questions related to the topic from Part 2. Question: do you think challenges are important in life? Why or why not? Answer: yes, challenges are essential for personal growth. They push people out of their comfort zones and help them develop problem-solving skills. For example, when someone faces difficulties at work, they learn how to adapt and improve their skills, which makes them stronger in the long run. Question: how do people usually react to difficult situations? Answer: people react differently depending on their mindset and experience. Some become stressed and discouraged, while others see difficulties as opportunities to learn. For instance, students who struggle with a subject may either give up or seek extra help and improve. It all depends on attitude and determination. Question: do you think technology has made life easier or more difficult? Answer: in general, technology has made life easier by improving communication, education, and healthcare. However, it has also created new challenges, such as privacy issues and information overload. For example, while smartphones allow instant access to knowledge, they can also be distracting, reducing productivity. Analysis of Part 3 responses. Balanced perspective, the answers explore both sides when needed. Well-supported arguments, examples and reasoning strengthen the answers. Complex but natural language, there is variety in sentence structures without unnecessary complexity. Final tips for IELTS speaking success. Do's. Answer the question directly and completely. Speak fluently with natural pauses. Use a mix of simple and complex sentences naturally. Support your answers with explanations and examples. Use fillers like "that's a great question" to buy thinking time. Maintain good pronunciation and intonation. Don'ts. Don't memorize answers. Examiners can tell. Don't force difficult vocabulary or grammar. Don't give one-word or very short answers. Don't panic if you make small mistakes. Just keep speaking. Don't overuse fillers like and you know. Conclusion. Achieving a high score in the IELTS speaking test is not about using fancy words or complicated grammar. Instead, it's about answering the question accurately, convincingly, and naturally. Follow the techniques in this guide, practice regularly, and you'll be well on your way to success. You can prepare for this test on your own through self-study, and it's possible. However, studying with a teacher can make you more competent, help you prepare faster, and provide valuable feedback on your practice, saving you a significant amount of time. If you need assistance, feel free to join our courses. We'd be happy to help. If you wish to learn more skills and techniques on how to answer the questions in the speaking section, watch our videos. Remember, the speaking test is about communication, not perfection. Subscribe for more IELTS tips. Comment your speaking challenges. Watch the next video for strategies to master the IELTS writing section.